You got a nice suit. It's a good-looking suit. Ready for the show. Oh, here we are. Me and the bobblehead. Another episode of the American Dream, and we're going to have some fun today. Today is going to be a best of show. What that means is over the course of January, we are going all across the country featuring the best cities, all the real estate, the lifestyle, showcasing what makes your city amazing and collectively what makes this country great. So today, we're going to pick out some segments that we felt were the best of the American Dream in January. Here we go. We're going to be lining up New York City, Vegas, California, Miami, bringing it all together to showcase the cool lifestyles, stories that really do empower the American Dream. Let's get this going. You ready? Let's do this? Okay, let's start the American Dream right now.
Hello, American Dream.
Welcome to Hidden Bay.
Welcome to Tribeca.
Austin, Texas.
Montreal, Colorado.
Welcome to Crown Heights.
In Bridgeland.
In Seattle. Celebration, Florida.
San Antonio Riverwalk.
Tempe, Arizona.
Sunny Isles Beach.
Washington, D.C.
Pike and Rose. Mason, Ohio.
I'm in Louise.
This is my American dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
All right, today's first segment of our best of, I know it's cold all across the country. Don't worry, we're going to warm you up here. A vacation cocktail. We're going to San Clemente, beautiful part of California, to bring you our very first segment here on the American Dream. Let's go check it out.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan Schramm. On today's episode of The American Dream, I'm in downtown San Clemente. So often people ask me, Ryan, what makes San Clemente so special? The first thing I do when somebody asks me that is I send them downtown, check out Avenida Del Mar, go through some of the shops that are here, go check out the pier, and then finally go get dinner at one of my favorite restaurants. I'm so happy that we get to go sit down at the Vine with one of my good friends, Gabe. He's gonna show us what makes the restaurant so special. He's gonna mix up a cocktail. I can't wait for you guys to experience. Let's go check out the Vine. Follow me. So Gabe, anytime I get an entree or a cocktail at the Vine, I'm always so impressed by how well it's garnished. We're standing here in your guys' garden. What are you guys growing back here?
As right now, we have a pomegranate tree. There's a few pomegranates still on here. Like anything, we're blessed to have a chef who actually has the green thumb. Like anything, I think you've mentioned a few times your wife likes a couple of these blue basils in her cocktail, so it makes it kind of fun. It's not never one, we'll just say that.
Exactly.
Well, let's go have one.
All right, sounds good. So Gabe, one of the things with the Vine I always notice is that I'm not coming here for just a quick meal. This is an experience.
Here at the Vine, we want to make every person feel like you're one of our best friends.
You know, a signature cocktail that you recommend. What are you making up here?
Basil gimlet. So we took fresh from the garden, little flour, threw it on top, fresh basil from the garden as well, a little lime juice, and I threw in a little tequila because let's make it fun. So it's a tequila basil gimlet.
Awesome, it's beautiful.
You might as well have a sip.
Right on, thank you. So Gabe, what room are we in now?
So this is actually the wine room, also known as 203.
So you've got 4, now 5 partners that make up your restaurant group. How did you guys all come together?
3 of us met at Outback, and then we met Jared, and we bought this restaurant from Justin and Doreen Monson. We came together and we tried to build this group what it is, and some of us have known each other for over 16 years. So it's a really cool group of guys that just want to give the blessing out to you guys.
I can't thank you guys enough for having us here. You have an amazing restaurant and can't wish you anything but the best. Thank you.
Hey, anytime, it's always a pleasure.
It really is. I love this restaurant. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode of The American Dream, where we checked out the Vine. Just an awesome restaurant to come to for a great meal, cocktails, and to find out the true lifestyle that San Clemente has to offer. Thanks so much, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode of The American Dream. Take care.
Las Vegas, Sin City. Now, I know when we think of Vegas, we think of the Strip, we think of the casinos, we think of all the great shows and how much fun it is. And let's not forget, the nightlife. It's pretty fun. However, what you didn't know is what happens 45 minutes outside of Vegas. Did you know there are 400 miles worth of skiing just outside of town? You may not know that. So we're going to take you on a little tour with a best of segment out of Las Vegas, showing you some skiing. Let's go check it out right now.
Bill Gaylord here with the American Dream. We're at Mount Charleston, 45 minutes from Las Vegas. We're here with two power players of Las Vegas, Jillian Batchelor, Daryl Hanna, Batchelor Hanna Group, amazing realtors, and they're going to tell us all about what's going on up in this area, 45 minutes from Las Vegas.
Today, we're up in Mount Charleston, and we want to show you what Mount Charleston is all about. Only a 45-minute drive from the Las Vegas Strip, so you can't go wrong coming up here, up the hill, to these snowy mountains.
I bet you the people don't even realize there's over 400 skiable miles here in Lee Canyon.
And that's why we love it, because I love to race you. I just love the ambiance up here. It's completely different than anything else the city has to offer.
Absolutely. Well, let's go hit the slopes.
Let's race. Now let's check out the newly rebranded hotel up in Mount Charleston that was over 100 years old that is now called The Retreat at Canyon Peak.
This 62 guest room hotel includes suites, 2 separate wedding venues, including a newly renovated Canyon restaurant.
What I love about this hotel, Daryl, is that it's so romantic. There are balconies off of every room. There are suites that you can stay in. Every room has a roaring real wood fireplace.
Wow.
And you can stay in the bridal suite and the presidential suite.
Absolutely. I love coming up here in the summer just to get away from it all. It gets so hot in Las Vegas, so coming up here with my family, hiking, just tooling around, it's awesome.
And I love to come up here and have a nice hot glass of cocoa or warm apple cider. Now let's go check out some wonderful real estate.
Let's go.
Come and check out this beautiful log cabin home. Follow me. This stunning home boasts over 4,400 square feet of living space on 3 levels with 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a formal great room, a formal living room, and an eat-in nook. This fantastic property, from wood beams to wood floors in this great room concept, has amazing picture windows. I mean, this view is just to die for. You're drawn into this beautiful kitchen with this amazing island, granite countertops, Viking appliances, a copper custom sink, dual ovens, and your built-in refrigerator. Behind you, you have your living room, and you have this amazing breakfast nook. This was custom designed for this house to have overhang so you could see every bit of the mountains here with the snowfall right behind you and a custom deck on our side here. This is just amazing.
This amazing cabin is one of a kind. I've always wanted to own a cabin up here at Mount Charleston for these obvious reasons. The view behind me, the open beamed construction of this property is just unbelievable. So we have here, standalone soaking tub, lots of space. Obviously, again, the open beams in the ceiling run through just like it does in the ceiling in the master. But We're gonna save the best for last. Follow me, let's go see what Jillian's doing.
Is this not simply breathtaking?
Like I said, the best for last.
And what's amazing about this property too is you're on nearly an acre, but you're high enough up that you oversee everything.
30 minutes away and you can have snow.
In Las Vegas, that's
Unbelievable.
incredible, right? So that's all we have for you today. Thank you for spending the afternoon with us here. It's snowy Mount Charleston. Hopefully we'll see you on the slopes.
Have a great day.
That's a wrap. Hey, Daryl.
All right, what you might not know, as the executive show producer and the creator of The American Dream, myself here, we started the show a few years ago. And what we did is we flew all across the country and we met with the elite top realtors in every city. The reason we did that is we wanted to have a national show that combated negative media by showcasing all the crazy and cool and amazing stories out of the different cities of the United States. What you might not know is this is the only national show that gives you local market expertise. So in those travels, I met with the best realtors, those award winners, to showcase and help you understand what's happening in your own backyard. Let's go check out a local segment of your city right now.
Hey everybody, Brian Cournoyer with the BC team at DeSelms Real Estate here. We're continuing our neighborhood tours around Nashville today. I'm standing here in the pavilion in the heart of a neighborhood called McDaniel Farms in College Grove, Tennessee. This is located just south of Nashville. We're right off Highway 840 in the Arno Road exit, kind of right between Franklin and Murfreesboro. Super convenient to downtown Franklin, Brentwood, Nashville. This is where you go when you want to have a little bit of space and get away after work. This is a beautiful area. Over here, we've got 91 home sites that are under construction right now. If you come over to this side of the road, they've got an additional 210 home sites being built. Plenty of space. We're right in Williamson County. Let's go check out what the homes look like. So McDaniel Farms is built by Signature Homes. Signature Homes is a great builder. They've been in business for over 20 years, building in Louisiana, Alabama, and now here in Middle Tennessee. As we walk around the neighborhood, one of the things you'll notice is every home site here is on about a half an acre. And behind us is surrounded by farmland. McDaniels owns all of the farmland and that will never be developed. So that's gonna maintain the feel of this neighborhood, kind of the country feel, that farm feel that people are looking for. Homes here range between 2,500 and 5,000 square feet. Price point is between $550 and $950 for a fully decked out house. They do some really special stuff on the inside. They have a highly personalized home. So let's go inside and check that out. All right, as we come inside, this particular home is about 4,400 square foot. It's a 5-bed, 4.5 bath. As I mentioned, Signature really pays attention to their clients and the current trends in building. You'll notice right off the entry, you've got a study. Behind us is the staircase going up that's offset so you don't look at it. There's no formal dining room here. Instead, they've taken that space and reallocated it throughout the home. As we come here into the kitchen in the heart of the home, you're gonna notice a few wonderful features. Check out this island. This thing's huge. And speaking of huge, how about the oversized industrial refrigerator? They've got everything in here. Farm sinks, they've got a wine chiller, they've got a pot filler over the stove, double ovens. They've really taken their time to think through every little detail of the home. Continuing over here, it opens up right into the dining area. Everything in this house flows wonderfully together. But one of my absolute favorite features of this home, check this out. When you're ready to fully embrace living in the country, open these doors up and incorporate all of your outdoor living space right here into the home. As we continue through the house, we find ourselves here in the master. It's a beautifully appointed room with the accent wall, very spacious. You notice the 8-foot high doors and these big double French doors that lead into the master bath. Master bath has an oversized soaking tub, separate his and her vanities, and who can't live without an oversized closet? As we come upstairs in the home, there's this great landing area. Off to this side, we've got all 3 bedrooms clustered down the hall. This way, got a really cool home theater room. All right, that's a wrap from down here at McDaniel Farms. Thanks so much for watching the American Dream TV. Again, I'm Brian Cournoyer with the BC team at DeSelms Real Estate. If we can do anything to help you out with real estate here in the Nashville area, give me a call. I believe everyone deserves to have a professional realtor represent them when they buy, sell, or trade real estate. BC team is here to help.
All right, the next Best Of segment comes to you from the Big Apple, New York City. New York has a really special place in my heart. When I was 21 years old, I worked for MTV in Times Square. So to be able to go back there, such an honor for this show, and you're going to love this segment here with Louise Phillips Forbes. She's going to take us to Sutton Place, where Marilyn Monroe used to hang out. Let's go check out the next segment of the American Dream Best Of right now.
Today, we're going to tour Sutton Place, which is an enclave within Midtown East. Sutton Place reminds me of the movie Wall Street. That's where the real estate broker showed Bud Fox the real estate once Bud Fox started to make some money. Today, we're going to get the 2019 version of Sutton Place from Louise Phillips Forbes of Halstead Real Estate.
Okay guys, anyone who knows me knows that there are 2 things in my world that I love, and I start my day every time I can by getting my mind, body, and soul right, and starting with Soul Cycle. I just finished an amazing class, just got dolled up, and we're gonna hop next door for my second favorite thing, which is a great cup of joe. As promised, only a few quick steps. Brooklyn Diamond Coffee is right next door. But as a girl from Nashville, Tennessee, I like to make New York City, the big city it is, small. Check out this small spot. Come on. Do you see what I mean? A small spot? For a girl from Tennessee, I needed to make it small, but only Brooklyn Diamond Coffee. When you have stupendous coffee, you don't need a lot of space. 10 by 13 is it. I'm super excited to be sharing one of my favorite parts of old New York, Sutton Place, located in Midtown East all the way to the river and rich with history. Attracting initially the iconic banking family of the Morgans and the Vanderbilts, who built their ginormous mansions dangling over East River. It ushered in a whole masterful architecture like One Sutton Place South and the River House, attracting the likes of Joan Crawford, Bill Blass, iconic architect I.M. Pei. Marilyn Monroe and playwright Arthur Miller used to have lavish parties with Gary Grant and Bobby Short providing entertainment just right here on this street, on 57th Street. Now we're going to go take a sneak peek at 333 East 57th Street, and you'll see how people live today with yesterday's architecture. East 57th Street is a perfect example of what the Roaring 20s architecture brought us. This classic 9-room home over 3,000 square feet for less than $3.5 million. But take a look at the details. A 27-foot by 15-foot living room anchored by a magnificent fireplace. It sets the stage for the rest of the home. This home In most homes, the kitchen is always my favorite. It's the heart of my house. But for anybody who's never seen what a $500,000 kitchen is, this is it. We're looking at it. Designed every inch by renowned British cabinet manufacturer Clive Christian. He anchors this whole room, which is the same scale as our living room, with this beautiful island, fully integrated with cabinetry and black granite countertops. You can enjoy it for your everyday living. Next to our magnificent kitchen is this elegant, beautiful formal dining room, which easily accommodates 12 or more people for a seated dinner. But the real showstopper of this room is this beautiful hand-painted mural depicting all 4 seasons on all 4 walls. An additional focal point is the baccarat chandelier that for the right price, I could see if we can get it thrown in. There are 4 grand bedrooms, 2 of which are master suites, 4 bathrooms, 1 staff room, but the best part, they are 14 closets, 5 of which are walk-ins. It's a girl's best friend. Thanks for joining me on this tour of the Great Sutton Place in New York City. Till next time.
The American Dream was a show that was founded as a very entrepreneurial spirit, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted, and we have a lot of fun. That's why I play with the bobblehead. But one thing I want you to know is as we bring you the show on a week-to-week basis, the things that we showcase to you, we've been to these cities. We've met these top realtors. We've gotten to know them, their story, and what makes them award-winning experts. So coming up next, we're going to showcase a top realtor in your market who's going to let you know what's happening in your city, the lifestyles, the real estate, the marketplace. Let's go check out what's happening in your own backyard right now.
Welcome back to The American Dream, where we are now focusing in on your local Nashville market. My next guest is Jacey Cook. She is a realtor and leading relocation specialist with Cry-Like Realty, and her guest today is Carey, a first-time home buyer. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, Jen, great to see you. Great to see you too, Jacey. So, Jacey, I see that you've brought a former client on with you today. Why did you want to bring Kim on?
Well, you know, Nashville is an interesting market, and I've been reading a lot of studies lately, and the trend here is so many new companies continuing to come, but a lot of those new employees being brought here are millennials, and then a lot of who lives in the city are millennials. And there was a recent study done by CNBC this summer that said a really crazy statistic that 4 out of 10 millennials ages 22 to 36 are home buyers now, which it kind of blew my mind. I thought it was high, but 4 out of 10 was really much higher than I thought it would be. And then I was starting to plan my business for next year and was looking back at my 2018 clients and realized that some of my most fun and gratifying clients were first-time home buyers like Kim. And I just thought, I didn't do anything in season 1 specifically related to first-time home buyers, and I thought it would be fun to bring Kim on and talk about her experience and kind of give that perspective for season 2.
But Jacey, you've been vocal about the fact that the Nashville market is really a seller's market. So then how does that impact people like Kim and your other clients that are first-time home buyers?
Well, I think Kim would agree with me. There were a couple of main things. You made a list. Tell them about the list.
So when I first contacted Jacey about purchasing a home, I had a specific timeline in which I need to have a house. So my lease was coming due in 6 months, and I started looking at homes that were around the area that wasn't new builds, and it was like, I don't want to do all this work on this house to make it what I want it to be.
Right.
So then I told Jacey, okay, let's try to switch gears a little bit. Are there any new construction out there that's within my price range? That would be something that I could do. And that's what prompted me to go towards the new construction route.
Well, and you had, Kim had a very specific list of must-haves and nice-to-haves, which is super important.
Yes. I mean, so one of my absolutely must-haves was being in the school district that I'm in. I have a little girl, And her education was very important to me. And that was one of my things that I would absolutely not compromise on. And my price range in that school district was very difficult to find a home that would look like I wanted it to look. That was top of the list. Kitchen, yes, bathrooms, those, the typical things that people want to have in a house. And being a first home, I don't plan on living in it forever. I do plan on one day making it my investment property. So along the ways, doing the property that we did, that new construction property, was right where I needed it to be to fulfill my goals in the long run.
So Jacey, you were able to work within the parameters that Kim was giving you.
Yeah, yes, and there's always, they say in home buying, well, we say that if it meets 80% of your goals, then it's probably a pretty solid deal. You're never going to get everything that you want, but really having that list, that main must-haves list, is the key, and having that before you start looking and working together out in the field. Also, we had to be ready to purchase right away because the Nashville market continues in the 500 and below price point. It continues to be super fast. So being pre-approved, having your money for your down payment, talking through all those things is really vital to before you even start the process.
Absolutely. I mean, being upfront and honest with your realtor is key to getting what you want to get and need to get. So we talked about those key things from very on, what down payment I had, what money I had right away for any deposit money that was needed, earnest money, anything like that. So yeah.
So one last takeaway, Kim, any advice for first-time home buyers that are about to go through the same process that you just went through?
Any advice? I mean, there's a ton of advice.
There is. I mean, the key thing, the old cliche, knowledge is power. Knowing what is available in the market that you're wanting to be in, knowing what those price points look like, knowing what money you have to spend, getting that pre-approval so that you know what kind of money you're working with, so that when you go out there, you're just as marketable as that cash buyer. So knowing what's out there, being educated, don't be afraid and think that, oh, my credit score is subpar, I only have such amount of money. Go out there and find the truth based on your situation.
Great advice today, ladies. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Jen. See you next time.
See you next time. And please stick around because we'll be right back with more of The American Dream.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. We had a lot of fun putting it together, those best of segments out of the month of January. Here's what's going to happen coming up. The American Dream is a show that combats negative media. We have no network that owns us. We're commercial free, we're unscripted, and all we're really trying to do is show you that we live in the greatest country on the planet by reflecting your stories, your cities, your lifestyles back to you and featuring some of the best experts in your local marketplace. We're having a lot of fun doing it. You inspire us. Thank you so much. Cheers to your American Dream, and we'll see you next week.